Well, we're coming down the home stretch now. This
Time for the head.
Time for some head. I mean, time for the head. Actually, everything's assembled as far as the bottom end. All we gotta do now is put the cylinder on, the head on, sync up the timing.
That'll be a different video.
We'll show you how to do all that fun stuff. Drop it back in the frame and blow it up.
Don't say that.
A little bit of red RTV stuck to the piston. That's always good.
Well, it's good for it'll seal it. You don't have to worry about leaks.
That's why they call them sealed power pistons.
Now, before you do anything, make sure that your rings, there's going to be openings on them. You should know that if you're working on this.
If you don't know that, put the wrenches down and call someone who knows what they're doing.
Now, there's gaps. You want them to be 90 degrees different.
Yeah, I want them to be just not in line with one another.
If you have it in line, you're going to get blow by.
Your compression is going to be like a quarter of what it should be.
Yeah.
It'll still run probably, it's just that it'll not have any power whatsoever. It'll blow smoke, it'll be oil getting everywhere, it'll be a mess.
Yeah, so just make sure that's right.
Just make sure not in line. They don't have to be clocked 90 degrees, but
Now, they do make a sleeve tool to push your rings in when you're doing this, but
we're lazy.
we don't have that tool. We don't need that tool because you don't really need the tool.
We are professionals.
All you gotta do is have somebody squeeze it while you're putting the head on. It is, doing it this way, it is a two-man job, but doing it the other way, I think the tool's like 30 bucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a universal tool. You can use it on a Chevy small block, you can use it on this, you can use it on whatever. It's kind of like an oil filter wrench, but flatter.
Yeah, it slides out easier.
Slide it in and slide it out.
They probably make like cheap plastic ones. I'm not sure because I don't need it.
I mean, if we're going to do this 8 times on a V8 or something, you'd probably need it, but we're going to do it once on this tiny piston, so I think we'll be alright.
Yeah. It's a lot easier when there's one piston. We still have no idea what this gasket's for, so we're just gonna... We think it's for the 83 model of this engine had a high-low switch on it, so you could change the gearing when you're riding. You can go up hills easier in low gear, and then when you want to go straight, so you put it in high gear.
I doubt you'd be going up like a 90-degree angle if you had it in low gear. It's really, really low.
Yeah, it's a whole different game, but there was a lot of problems with them where the gears would strip teeth and then they end up blowing up the case, and then finding one now, it's almost near impossible. But we think that's what that's for, because it's kind of in the shape of what it was. It'd be like this, and there'd be a switch right here, and on the 125M there'd be a switch on the back. But they took it off because they had that problem with the teeth.
That, and it was basically useless because the gearing was so low. Nobody really... The only time they would use it is when they were beating the balls off it. That's how they break it, so...
Yeah, most of the time they used it for, like, you put a huge trailer on the back of your trike, switch it into low gear, pull it a lot easier.
Yeah.
A lot of people use them when they're tearing stumps out, though, so put a lot of stress on them. It would knock all the teeth off the main gear, push it into a corner. You'd hit it, and then all of a sudden the whole corner of the case blows off.
Yeah, if you need something with that much torque, get a truck.
Yeah.
Like everybody else.
Back in the day, you break a trike, it's like a couple $100 to fix, instead of a couple thousand for a truck.
Back in the day, a brand new truck was like a couple $1,000s.
Exactly.
Back in the day, trucks were a lot beefier too, so...
Yeah.
Aluminum bodies. My rims are aluminum, that's it.
On what?
Both my trucks?
Oh yeah, you have the turbine.
Hell yes.
Best rims of all of them. But we get to start this video out with probably everyone's favorite part. Gasket. I just gotta find a nail to clean this gasket out. I found a nail.
I'll have fun with that.
You just put it down in here.
Because then I gotta work around all those studs. I gotta take this and go once and be done.
Wait, you need an O-ring in there.
What the hell do you need an O-ring in there for?
There's O-rings that go around these.
Studs. We'll get them and put them on.
Well, I gotta find them.
Quit standing there with your face hanging out. Make this stuff happen.
There is no O-ring. That was my brain falling out.
This is your brain on drugs.
This is your drugs on brain.
This is your butthole. This is your butthole after shoplifting.
There's an O-ring that goes in one of these, though. You gotta figure out which one that is. Doesn't matter if I get it on cylinder wall, right?
It might a little bit. I don't know why you would apply it to that.
I'm gonna apply it to both sides.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh!
You're so disappointed.
I thought I was doing something useful. For once in my entire life.
Well, that one time you cured cancer.
Forgot about that.
Damn! I left it on my old MySpace.
I never had a MySpace.
Well, we can't all be perfect.
Did you have a MySpace?
It's still alive and well.
What? Have you gone on it recently?
Not in about 11 years.
Look, I'm still friends with the owner of MySpace. That was the thing, right? You had to be friends with the owner of MySpace.
I have no idea.
I know my sister had to. She was friends with us when mom and dad didn't let her have it.
That's weird. Trying to make moves on you.
God, get out. Oh, there you go. I found it.
Your milk?
My penis.
It's your boy. Can't forget to change those nipple bearings, though.
I hit the camera stand.
That's it.
Their eyes are going to be blinded now. The vibrations.
Everybody's gonna be epileptic by the end of this video. I'm gonna walk by a group of people taking pictures and just fall down.
Did we tell them what this was?
That is the timing chain tensioner.
Yeah, I screwed up.
Ha! That's the timing chain. No, it's for the clutch.
I forgot about the clutches on this side.
It's for the freaking.
Well, it's actually not really the clutch, it's more so the bolt on the side of it is for the clutch tensioner.
It's for
Or the shifting shaft tensioner.
It's for the Mario Kart 007 banana slick.
Nothing beat the red turtle shell.
I don't think I've ever played Mario Kart in my entire life.
I'm pretty sure it's the red turtle shell goes for the person that's in first, and everyone accidentally used it on themselves.
I thought that was the blue one.
No, the blue one was rocket. It would make you fly faster.
Rocket.
I think it was like Nitro or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really ever play Mario.
See, back in the day, I played like the original Mario, like 1 and 3, because the second one sucked.
I was always playing sci-fi games.
And then instead of Mario Kart, remember Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
I had CTR, Crash Team Racing. It was like generic Mario Kart. With all the Crash Bandicoot characters.
Excuse me. I want to see something.
Oh my god, keep your pants on.
I want to see if this piston's like a huge difference.
What's that from, Briggs & Stratton?
Yeah. It's like the identical size.
We could just use that one instead.
Well, no, the pin's different size. Also,
Oh, that doesn't matter. They still have a connecting rod attached to it.
yeah, we broke that off.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, no, this was. I think this is the one from the tiller motor. The tiller motor.
Tiller motor, tiller motor. Tiller motor, I barely know her. Keep her going. Oh yeah, can take these nuts off of here. Excuse me while I twist your nuts.
I forgot about
Don't drop them down in the crankcase.
them. I'm dropping them.
Don't drop your nuts. Every time I do that voice now, I think of like those random things that you hear random people say like in the background. They're walking through the Walmart parking lot.
My leg.
No, it was a JCPenney parking lot. We're walking to JCPenney parking lot. Somebody in the distance, we heard them say to whoever was with them, "I'm glad you got your shoe back."
Oh my God.
And I cannot help but wonder what in the hell the context could have been to utter such a phrase. It's as if just one shoe had gone missing. Like someone had stolen just one of their shoes. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, yeah, it's all over the chain. Oh, this is such a good idea. I'm glad we did this. It's okay. It's okay.
You'll be clean soon. We'll fix you back up. I'm not speeding this one up. I need.
I'm just glad you got your shoe back. As if your shoe had taken off on its own.
I'm glad he came back. Your Nike 03.
My Jordans were missing.
I don't understand the whole fad with those shoes, man.
I like boots. Probably all that, American blood I have. Oh, look at you. You're a gene ass.
Yeah, until we put the hat on. You like boots? I like my slippers.
Oh, man slippers. Time for the part you all came for. The jugs.
You're a comedian genius.
In fact, we only have one jug.
Yeah, here she is.
Jug.
Alright. Put that on, then we'll figure it out.
192 centimeters squared. Cubed. Yeah, cubes.
Yeah,
3.
squares too. Come on.
I only failed math once.
You work next to a machine shop. You should hear them screaming these words.
No, we don't deal with cubic stuff.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I don't work in the gay side of town.
Hey,
Hey.
it was gay there. We don't have to talk about that stuff.
Richard.
The chain came loose. Alright, this doesn't need to be tied. No. We're gonna need that. Just want to check it's still on the gear. All you gotta do, slide string through it, lift it up.
Straighten these out like bunny ears, so they pass through all nice and easy, like instead of chasing them around like an idiot.
Like an old antenna for your TV.
Oh yeah, rabbit ears, bitch.
Yeah, make sure that's on there. Wait for it. Alright, now, fun part. You hold that.
I'll take this. And
Hang on there. Slow your freaking horse down.
what we need is that cat hanging from like a wire, just hanging there.
Hanging around.
Like a 1990s postcard.
Hanging around. Now, the sleeve would make it a lot easier probably, but inside down a little bit. Got the first one in. You just gotta go one by one. And your oil ring's not gonna really do you much trouble.
Watch, that'd be the worst one.
It doesn't stick out much. At all, really. It's pretty flush with it.
It's supposed to.
I've never changed these rings actually.
No, because that costs money.
They're only like $5 for all of them.
$5.
I gotta go hunting for that.
I catch mine in the wild. I poured my own out of soda.
There's a 5! Oh, you see.
I poured my own out of soda cans.
You just take something flat, push it in one side, and boom, there's the first one. Then you gotta do that again. Hold down on that?
Hold down?
Yeah.
Alright, maybe the oil ring will be the worst. Hold up there, buckaroo.
Hold on there, Jethro.
I'm not gonna lie, the sleep could help a lot. But,
You know, this sucks. This is the worst thing we've ever done.
we've done worse.
Oh, have we done worse? Can't tell you about him because we'd go to jail.
The body of that prostitute still in the backyard.
Oh, yeah. Ironically, there's a dandelion growing on top of her grave, and her name was Rose. But she was white trash, and we call dandelions white trash roses, so it kind of makes sense.
Where is it stuck? And why is it
Dang it, Bobby. Hold this chain.
Holding chain.
Your turn. You slut.
What in the... Why does she no go down?
Okay, while we're here,
Oh. There you go.
it's okay, I think we're right where we gotta be anyway. There's top dead center.
Hang on. I'll flathead screwdriver. Don't take the walk of shame. They're right there.
It's a good craftsman.
You just open this. I think we showed you guys there's an O-ring that goes on this. Really easy to change.
Just blow all the dirt down in there, you know.
I blew it out.
Yeah, blow it out. You got a flashlight and a flashlight.
right there, top dead?
You'll see on your flywheel that there's little dots, and on each side there's an F and then a T. The F is fire, T is top dead. You could explain that more if you guys want.
I didn't even know what they stood for. I just knew that it needed to be a top dead center and then marks needed to go like that.
Well, the F means fire, because right after top dead center, you know, it's filled with gas.
Gas.
Once it hits the F, the spark plug ignites, catches on fire.
Spark plug spontaneously combusts.
It goes off, whatever you want to say.
It goes off like a something that explodes or something.
Yeah, there's dots. The first line of dots that are in between the F and the T are the top dead center ones. After the F, there's another line of dots, which is the fire. Once it hits the F, it tells your engine basically to turn the spark plug on.
Turn it on!
And what it does is it ignites the fuel and air mixture, pushes the piston down.
Wow, you're learning pretty quick.
I know these type of things.
I need the other chain guy, don't we? Or there's one.
There's a...
Aha,
Aha, there she is.
burn good, burn good, burn good. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Make sure you put it in the right way.
Put it in backwards, I dare you.
Good luck getting it in there. Now before you go any farther, make sure your chain is still on the gear. If it is, it won't move. And if it's not, it'll slide really easy. If it does move when it's on the gear, it'll just turn the engine. Because that's what it's supposed to do. Well, not really turn the
It's
engine.
supposed to go the other way around. But...
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, the drive becomes the driven. The hunter becomes the hunted.
Alright, there should be a...
No.
No, there's...
We're not missing any dowels, boss. Don't tell me to be fired.
There's three. It's supposed to be on the top, and an O-ring is supposed to go on this side. Well, there wasn't an O-ring, so we're not missing it. So that kind of helps me feel better about the dowel pin that we forgot, because it was on the floor. Because we're very unorganized. No, we are.
I ain't scared.
Well, we are pretty organized. We got everything, you know, right there in a nice
Let's
pile.
just dump it out in a heap.
Yeah.
Science cannot move forward without heaps. Time for the head gasket, for which we'll use no sealant, never use sealant in the head gasket.
Why not?
Because it'll like burn and stuff. That and there's so much heating and contracting going on. It'll eventually just kind of,
Eat itself anyway.
yeah.
I know.
No, you don't.
I do.
Make sure that's the right way.
When I do that, oh, I apologize. The words go up on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different game on the head.
And that steel ring, I believe, is only visible on the top. Actually, you can also see that two of the holes, at least one of them, for some reason, is much larger than the others.
Uh-oh. No, we're good. We're still good. We are still good. Oh, this is the point of joyfulness.
Got it.
It's like a puzzle game.
It's the brain teaser.
This is fun. Let's do it again.
Let's take it apart right now and start over.
You go ahead. I'll leave you do that.
A little heavier now, isn't it?
Our futuristic blocks of wood. We planted that tree, by the way. It is planted. I'll show you guys if you want to see it.
I found this planet on you. What the hell? You didn't clean any of this junk out of here?
I tried. You get your fingers down there. We forgot to when we changed the valve seals.
Yeah. And God forbid we just hold it upside down and spray it with some WD-40 or something, rinse all that stuff out.
Alright, let's put a couple bolts back in. You got your tensioner bolt that we also did not clean. That's why we take our cheap alternative to shop towels and just use cut-up shirts, because you walk into the old truck you have and the door cuts it. See, that's why it's out here.
Nice.
I walked into the door on the FC and it cut the freaking shirt. I had a hole. I wore it to work twice. I kept forgetting about it.
I can only wear this twice before they catch on.
It's annoying having the hole there. You feel the breeze while you're
annoying
welding.
having a hole there. As long as it didn't cut you so bad that you were bleeding from this annoying hole.
Alright, but this bolt,
Annoying bloody holes.
you push your tensioner back into place.
What are you doing?
Trying to get it. It's not the easiest bolt to put back in on this thing.
This is the easiest bolt. Singularly the easiest.
No, easiest are the head bolts because they're there.
They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
And there's that thing.
10mm socket.
Yeah.
I almost said bolt.
So professional.
10 million pounds of torque.
Yeah, if you don't snap it off 3 times.
And then
Cam.
That's not it. Well, not the cam.
Cam.
For anything, because you put all that on, you're never going to get this back on. Honda, for some reason, made this bolt Phillips. For what reason? Just to irritate the owners.
If you want to know why, you're going to have to ask Philip.
This is just their head bolt. I know, I called it a, don't actually try that.
It's so much faster than twisting it with your fingers because you're never going to fit a socket around it because it's really close to the side of the head.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a wrench for it anyway.
Yeah, so why don't you sit there and turn it with a wrench for 45 minutes?
Well, no, I thought by the time you had the wrench, guess what? I'd have it all together.
God, it'll take hours!
Well, you got to take the walk of shame anyway.
Alright, take it back out and try it, I dare you.
I already did. Took it back out, put it back in twice now. They saw it, you didn't.
Oh, I'll see it later on HBO.
Actually, you probably get you guys right there now. You're gonna want to see more of this. You can see our faces when we get in there a lot closer now.
Oh, yeah.
Is that tight?
A little.
Oh yeah, that's torqued properly. I could just tell with my hands.
Snaps it off.
Oh my god! You're strong! We could just thread this back in so we don't get any dirt or anything. Now, you're gonna notice when you buy a gasket kit, it's not gonna come with a Batman symbol like...
Why is everything Batman with you?
You're the one that said it first. But you're just gonna have to gasket this part, your valve head. And then you're gonna have the O-joy part of, you know, doing all that. Why?
Ojoy, like O.J. Simpson?
Somebody else, whoever's helping you, puts the cam back in so you remember it.
Why won't it start?
Alright, it did it again, it just turned off.
That's a turn off.
You just angle it, might work. I actually can't remember how we did this before. Alright, let's try this. Let's try getting the chain off the sprocket. Well, you're doing something productive. I'm sitting here screwing this up.
Well, what else is new?
Alright, let's try this. Make sure that this little pin on the bottom of this bearing, whatever you want to call it, bushing, probably would work better. Make sure that goes down because there's a little hole that it can get to. And then, you chain about that much, take something, and on your tensioner, down at the bottom, we'll get more into that later, push down on it, which means it should loosen, or not enough. This should be fun. You know, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Who's having fun here? You having fun?
Oh, I'm having a freaking blast.
Imagine if we make this into a job. Alright. In the background, a dog squealing.
That was your daughter. She needs new brakes. If she didn't before, she does now.
Alright, how did we do this? Help me.
Oh my God, Cinderella, what did your slipper fall off?
Maybe?
Oh my God.
I cannot remember how we got the sprocket back on. Let's move it back a little bit so I can get it a little easier.
People are in the way.
Smooth you there. We'll just zoom you in a little more. And then have to adjust the camera upwards a little bit. God, this dog. Make sure though that the sprocket, you're going to see a little tiny circle, notch, punch, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that is on the outside because that's one of your timing marks. Without that, you're not timing it.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're that good.
Yeah, if you're that good, yeah, contact me.
At 867-5309. Alright, get my big fat hands in there. Yeah, it's not doing anything for me good. I've got nothing.
Alright, hang on. Let's take that
I
bolt.
got a better idea. Let's take this thing. Right on out. So where does the timing mark have to be? We know we're at top dead center. Timing mark has to be up, down, left, right?
Top, yeah.
Up, straight up.
Yeah.
About as up as it could be, isn't it?
Yeah. So hang on, let me see if this will actually work now.
Let me try to get this cam in there before we go run up and down 3,800 times.
That's not changing anything.
Oh man. We might have totally boned ourselves with this. Totally boned.
I can't remember how we did this last time.
Oh, make that second lid. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, dirty sloot. Yeah. My God. What have we done?
Alright, hang on. Hand me the wrench. Like we've said before, wait till we get it and then do what we do.
You don't follow what we're doing as you're doing it. That would be pretty stupid.
Because we did it before, but we cannot remember right now how we did it.
Probably took us 55 tries last time, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, still doing nothing for me, boss.
Somebody's gonna be watching this and be like, you just do this, Jesus. Or you just do whatever you just did.
All you had to do was just not be watching me. I can't teach you my secrets. Not all of them, anyway.
Is that actually in the hole?
Yeah, we're good. This has one more groove it's got to go up onto, though. That's going to be the real pain in the ass.
We'll try this now. Ooh. Ain't doing nothing.
Let her back up. Let me see one of the bolts. I'll go to it.
Are you sure you want these?
Just one.
It's a very. You sure you want this? It's a very large responsibility. Take care of her.
Actually, I don't even want it now.
Oh, wait a minute. Let this drop down.
Yeah, I can't get it up onto that last groove that actually rides on.
I remember it lifting it, and it was always up until we bolted it down. That's one thing I do remember. Oh, wait a minute. What have we done?
Something is a couple thousandths off here. Everything needs to be flush.
Right here, hold that.
Okay. Using my Jedi mind trick, holding this thing in place.
Lay it down on a dirty table. Remember to clean it up.
Don't clean anything, ever.
There's somebody going to be watching, just sitting there going, why?
Look at these morons.
Assholes.
Who's tying their freaking shoes? That's why we have to wear slip-on shoes. Velcro makes too much noise and it scares us.
Oh, my back. It's in so much pain.
So much pain.
Now, obviously, you could tell by this engine, somebody else has been in here and has lost dowel pins.
Someone else has been in here and should not have been.
Us?
Basically. Let me see this here.
Just destroy my can.
We'll just steal one out of a junk car. Cut a piece out of it. That'll work, right?
That'd be cool if it could. Let me spin the can a little bit.
It's not going to do
Well, no,
anything.
so it's in the right holes, because right now...
It doesn't really matter. Once we get under, we can spin it.
True. How did we do
Pain in the ass parts get
Oh, wait a minute.
anything on there.
Maybe...
No, it's not anything.
I don't know. Maybe these. Like we said in the last video, those fell out, and we watched the videos over and over, and we cannot find where these fell out of. But it's nothing that would change the up and down of it.
Maybe.
You shut up.
Oh my god. Really?
I will murder you where you stand.
Please, God, take me now.
It'll never work. Tries it anyway.
What the hell? Unless. Ding, fries are done.
I want french fries.
I'm sure you do, fat ass.
So rude. You hurt me in the insides.
Yeah, so is your Scoutmaster.
It's terrible.
I know.
Did your Scoutmaster touch you?
Uncle Touchy's naked puzzle basement. You won't wear a shirt and you'll cry.
I'm about to cry right now.
Why? It's just a cam, dude.
Why is it not working? I can't remember.
Now, the other thing too is, what we should be really paying attention to is, can this cam be 180 out as well once everything's bolted together? Like which bolt hole has to go with which bolt hole?
I don't think it really matters.
Because these cam lobes, they're like only like 90 degrees out, or maybe not even a full 90.
If anything, you could just unbolt it when we're doing the timing and turn it. You know, that's a thing.
Apparently not, because we can't get the timing chain on.
Alright, sorry, we had a, something we had to do, but,
A little technical difficulty there.
yeah. But what we did was, we bolted the sprocket to the cam first, passed it through the chain, put it in its spot.
Prayed to God, did a few Muppet impressions, and sure enough, the bitch slid right together.
What we did was I spun it while I held the chain halfway on there. It was only up to about right here, actually on.
I just let it walk itself right on as it went
I
around.
spun it, and then I found a soft spot. Don't really know what the soft spot was. It kinda
Soft
just-
spot.
It fell on, so just kind of try back and forth, and you'll eventually, hopefully, happen like what we did. Magic. It was the Muppet impersonations.
Oh, it's magic.
That's it. No more. I don't want to get
That's where I
demonetized.
stopped.
Good.
That's where I stopped.
Good.
We all know that my singing is dead on, and they'll think that's the album version. They really will.
Well, what I also did,
I like how you wiped your mouth with that rap 10 seconds ago.
I just did. I don't care. What I did was, also this might have helped, I don't really know, but we weren't doing it before, and when we did it, it worked. I put the tensioner bolt in, took this bolt out. I can't remember the name of it. There's a special name, but it's just the bolt with a washer.
The tension setting bolt.
Yeah, this might not be it. Is it it?
No, that is.
Ah, no, that's not it. Oh, this is. It has a little tiny washer that was put on it, but mine, you could see, has basically failed. It doesn't really do much. But what I did was,
Failure.
what this does is it tensions your actual cam chain. You see ours is a little loose. You tighten this, you unloosen this, you take this out, and there's a pin in there.
Unloosen. Wouldn't that just be tighten?
Untighten. You crank it. What this is supposed to do, Honda's.
Oh, God. Whatever you're doing, stop. We're going to have to start over.
What Honda did was you were supposed to be able to just loosen this bolt, and your timing would change while the engine's running at idle, and you loosen it back down. Well,
Loosen
what
it back down.
When you tighten it back down,
My God. How the hell did you get through elementary school?
I didn't. But what it was supposed to do was that, but Honda didn't really test it, I guess, and it didn't work. It would basically fail. The pin that's in there would get stuck, and the timing wouldn't change. So what you'd have to do is loosen this,
Damn, you're good.
stick a screwdriver or a 8 by 5.5 mil bolt, I think it is.
Or
Push
your
down, you can see that drops now. Just take it back up, tensions it. Well, what you're supposed to do is you take that pin, that bolt, there's threads in the pin, you thread it in, while it's at idle, you pull up, if you pull it too hard it's going to whiz. We'll show a video because we obviously have dismantled the entire engine, so we're going to have to do this, but we'll get more into it. You pull it up, it whizzes, you let go, it's just enough where the whizzing stops, and that's where the tension's perfect. And then while you have it at perfect tension, you tighten it, and then it's done.
You remind me of that kid in that wine. When you if you could, then you would, then you couldn't, and then it.
You know what, we'll just get into this more when we do it. I'm sitting here trying to talk, and you're sitting there laughing, throwing me off.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Oh no, it is a time. We'll just tighten
We're
it.
under fire over here. What the hell was that?
I don't even know if the video will hear it. Well, you know what? I could hear the dog yelping and stuff in the videos.
I'm telling you, man, that's not the dog. That's your kid.
We'll get more into this when the engine's back in the chassis.
The chassis.
But you see that this lifts up, so you know what, actually.
Put bolts in, take bolts out.
Well, I thought maybe you'd be able to, do this.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Richard.
Alright, so basically here, I'll explain it again. Laugh box over here.
Laugh box. You said box.
I'm not going to tell you what size it is because I'm not using the right wrench. I just don't feel like finding one. You can see this is up, so I'm going to push it down, chain loosened, tighten it back down. What this does is it's basically a keeper bolt. It'll keep that pin from going back up, so now it doesn't lift.
Now we have
Yeah.
slackers.
Which we were pushing it down earlier when we were trying to get this on the pin, and it wasn't really helping us at all. So maybe this helped. I don't know. It kind of just fell together. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now on to the last part of this.
Da, da, da.
Now since your cam and your cam chain, everything's in there, you're not going to be able to get at this real easy, but these rocker arms have to be like that. So if you can magically get it to stay like that while putting it on, good luck. We're going to have to fight it, unless
Won't you fight the frogs?
you just do this.
You could just take those valve covers off and just reach in there.
Why don't I think of these things?
I don't know, there's two perfect access ports that are designed for pretty much this.
You grab this side, I'll grab this side.
Oh yeah, grab it.
It should, in theory, unless there's something wrong. What in the hell is going on now? Oh. You might have to flip the cam. It's the cam.
The cam lobes are down, dude.
I know.
Turn the engine on. We already have the timing, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, make sure you have your sprocket and everything in the right timing. You know, like
I mean, really, you don't have to make sure. I'm not going to care because it's not my engine. So,
make it easier for yourself.
if you really feel so inclined.
Now, you're going to have to lift up on the... Oh, there we go. And you take these lovely nuts.
Lovely nuts you've got here.
You got it.
Damn, I'm good.
Now, unlike me, you should go pick up some actual bolts, not hex, because hex has nowhere to live here because it's useless. They strip. Obviously, you can see I've cut one so a flathead will work. But I do not have money to get a whole bunch of bolts. I just collect thousands of them.
There is, of course, a torque spec for these, but all I'm going to do is put them down just enough to hold that red RTV in decent shape for now. I can fit the wrench on.
That one is dangerous.
Why are you reusing that?
Fine. We'll buy new ones.
I would suggest it, honestly.
Ow. Now I can't get it out. Flathead to the rescue.
Damn, I'm good.
Yeah, you are.
Karate. We already know what length we need. I mean, as far as I know, all four of them are the same length, right?
Yeah.
Calm down.
It's gonna sound awful in the editing. Alright.
You know what we'll do? We'll take this one that we know is from one of them. I'll crank it down. That'll work for that one.
They're all the same size.
That's what I just asked you, and you went.
That should mean yeah. Yeah.
That's just Y's and E's.
Hex, or Allen keys, whatever you want to call them, Allen bolts.
Hex.
They should not go on the head because there's a torque, and when you take them off, they're going to strip because of the torque. Now, that rule goes away for this part because it doesn't need a lot of torque.
Twerk.
Oh, we didn't show this because I did this off camera. There's an O-ring that goes here. It should come with the kit. I couldn't help myself. We'll get into timing too because we're gonna obviously have to do timing on our video. We're not really gonna get into it on this video. We're also gonna have to go into valve adjusting because we're gonna have to.
No, we didn't adjust those rockers at all.
They haven't been adjusted in a while. It's
Probably since '84.
Well, no, we did it before, but it's been a while. Let me start to lock. Here, you put that on there. I'll get the key.
Make me.
Put it in.
You got this massive tool bag with 13 Allen keys.
14
and a half.
Check that out. I'm good with Allens. And they're just in there in basically a heap.
Heap. Science cannot move forward without heaps.
Obviously we don't do it off camera when we tighten the bolts down fully, but obviously move in a zigzag pattern.
Yeah, we're gonna torque those to the proper spec, which you'll find in the book or on the internet or I don't know, in a fortune cookie, whatever you might find it in.
Yeah, just go on a Googler there and just type in Honda 200M, Honda 350, Honda 250, head torque bolts.
Honda 4000.
Torque, head nut torque, head bolt torque, whatever you want.
What the hell? Head torque nut bolt.
You'll find
torque
it.
head.
You'll find it. I need to turn this thing off.
Text
This is
message.
unprofessional. It's actually an email for garbage.
Would you like to buy some garbage? We happen to have a surplus right now.
Do we change the O-ring on this?
Did you? I didn't.
Nope.
Oh!
We like doing stuff twice here. This garage is a two-time deal.
Like they say, measure once, cut twice, and it's still too short.
Oh, I hate this. Now, the mark on the cam chain, the little O, that is just to match up your flywheel to this. It does nothing, it does something with the timing, but you don't need to see that mark for the timing, or you'd have to basically take this off every time you want to time your engine. You know, it sort of looks like we did, but this O-ring looks a lot nicer. Now, if you want to
This Rizoblide.
If you want to save your O-rings so you have a spare one, don't use a razor blade because you're most likely going to cut it. You just take that, throw it. Because I don't change my O-rings because I'm a horrible individual. Individual.
Just one nation, individual.
That's what it. You know what? I try to have fun here. You ruin it.
I try to be historically accurate here.
I don't care about historically accurateness. That's filth. I don't like the USA. That's why I live here.
I hate this place I still live in for some reason.
I actually love my place that I live in. You take your O-ring, you put it like this, you hold it gently, and you walk it around.
It's like putting on your panties. In case you're a fat chick. That's an inside joke from the other video.
Some of you true watchers will remember
Some of you veteran watchers.
Yeah. I'll probably put it in a real future video, if you remember it.
Yeah, as soon as that tree grows.
Obviously, we're not going to just do this on this channel. We'll do other stuff.
We're going to take apart this same three-wheeler thousands of times.
Just for your entertainment. It'll probably be in the future somewhere, because I just have
This weird feeling that
addiction.
something is effed up in this thing.
Taken this thing apart too many times. Hopefully this is the last time I take it off of the actual trike.
No, you still have at least like 20 years left of your life, so this better try again.
I am a welder, so that is pretty true.
You're not really a welder, but okay.
I want to hit you.
You own a welder, doesn't really make you a welder.
I try to weld for a living. And there you go. There's that part. Take this, something that looks very similar.
One of these, one of those, and a couple of these there.
Where is it? Where is the starter cylinder?
Oh, for the love of
Not the
God.
starter cylinder.
What are you talking about?
This.
That thing?
This thing. It's held in with these things.
Oh, God.
You should clean this thing.
We'll just wipe it off with this piece of underwear. That's where my good underwear went. Son of a bitch. I hate when this happens.
I gotta stop living in my garage.
I thought I had a wicked wedgie the other day.
Most of these parts, though, if you want to change them like this or anything, you can find them online.
What? Online? You can find... Thank you. Come again. Find it online. Yes.
Really, I want to watch you burn.
If you hate me, like and subscribe.
If you want, we could burn you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
But all the comments that want me to get kicked off.
I hate that guy. He's always trying to hurt that other guy. What's his problem?
Oh crap! Take it back off. Forgot this.
All right, so don't forget that other thing that goes behind. They were just showing you how to put this on for later.
Futuristic.
This is just a trial run.
No, I thought you'd be faster than that.
I get that a lot. Richard, what'd you do? Thanks. All right, the brains.
It's got a twist. It's got a twist. This slides on. There'll be a little dowel pin in here.
Dowel pin.
Make sure it's still there, because it does come out. But there's a little notch on the back. It slides into, and you will feel it drop into place.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
I've been paralyzed for 40 years. I can't feel nothing.
How you doing? Paralyzed. Thanks. Good thing you're optimistic.
I sound like I'm pissed.
You mean you didn't?
I gotta change my pants. Did you see my underwear? Did you want to?
Oh, God.
Did we tighten down those cam bolts with a wrench?
I want to die. Try not to forget as much as we do.
In other words, I watched the video in completion and then go back. Completion first is always important.
Battery's about to die.
Well, Alan. What are you doing?
You have to take it out that way.
Why?
Because I said so.
Too bad, bitch. Damn, you're good.
Alright, yeah, make sure you tighten these down.
They need like tension and stuff, or they'll fall out. At least we thought of it instead of started it up and went flying.
You have knowledge there, my friend.
Oh, God. Oh. Richard. That's as tight as she's gonna get. What'd you do with yours?
Threw it away. I don't want it. You can have it.
I don't want her. You can have her. She's too fat for me.
This is the best Allen key I've ever owned in my life.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Like I said, dowel pin.
You feel it dropping in?
Stop on your right foot and don't forget it. What'd you do with it?
I forgot it.
I forgot him. The milk. What? Give me that. Bastard. Cry about it, you slut.
You know me so well. We're getting to the end here.
The rotor.
We don't need it.
It's also not going all the way back. Because...
Look at this thing. Is that a slit I see in there?
Oh, you're a smart one. You gotta open that up. This should be enjoyable. These have to open.
Don't do that if it hurts. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Oh yeah, on that part that we put in before that one.
The other part behind the other thing with that.
It's got spring-loaded arms on it.
I've got spring-loaded arms back up.
But basically, you open that up, the little rotor will fall in there. And that's it. Next part is we're going to be installing this thing back onto the trike.
Where did the bolt go, for the love of God? Richard!
You tighten that. That scared the hell out of me. You tighten that down,
Ooh.
and we're done.
Eggs,
So,
milk.
bread. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Get out of here.